Welcome to the Preflight Checklist. Today's checklist is about why aircraft transactions use escrow companies. If you've never purchased an aircraft before, escrow can seem like an extra step in an already complicated process. This is especially true depending on the size of the aircraft that you're looking to buy. After all, if the buyer has the money and the seller has the airplane, why not simply exchange one for the other? The reason is because an aircraft transaction isn't a single event. It's a series of actions that need to happen in the right order. Funds have to be received, title has to be verified as free and clear, documents have to be signed, lien releases have to be confirmed, and the FAA paperwork has to be prepared to exacting standards. Crucially, everyone involved needs confidence that the transaction will only move forward once every condition has been satisfied, and that's where escrow comes in. Rather than acting for the buyer or the seller, the escrow company acts as a neutral third party. It receives the purchase funds, prepares documents and circulates them for signature, coordinates on title research, confirms that the requirements of the purchase agreement have been met, and only then, when everything is in place and it is authorized, does it complete the closing. That protects both sides of the transaction. The buyer doesn't have to send a substantial amount of money directly to somebody they've only met recently. The seller doesn't have to release ownership of the aircraft before knowing that the funds have been received and verified. Escrow creates a structured process where neither party has to rely solely on trust. It also keeps the transaction organized. Aircraft closings often involved brokers, lenders, attorneys, accountants, title companies, mechanics, insurance providers, and the FAA. Each party has information that needs to arrive at the right time. Escrow serves as the central point of coordination, helping to ensure that documents, funds, and authorizations come together in the proper sequence. In many ways, that's why closing often feels uneventful. When escrow is doing its job well, most of the work happens quietly behind the scenes. The result is a transaction that moves forward in an orderly and predictable way. From our perspective, escrow isn't simply about holding money. It's coordinating one of the most important parts of the transaction so that closing is closing. By providing a neutral process for completing closing requirements, handling funds, and ensuring that documentation is exactly correct, escrow helps reduce uncertainty for everyone involved. A well-managed closing allows buyers and sellers to focus on the aircraft and their own checklist, knowing that the mechanics of the transaction are being handled carefully and professionally. This has been the Preflight Checklist.